Hey everyone, Tony here. Hope you're doing well. It is Saturday, February 16th. Hope you're holding strong in this new asset class that is cryptocurrencies. Now, someone had asked me to do a video comparing the major institutional crypto exchanges, which is Bakkt versus ErisX versus Fidelity Digital Assets and Voyager. Now, these are obviously all US-based crypto exchanges, so I'm not really going to touch on some of the ones that are kind of happening in certain countries, because the majority of the big players are here in the United States and backed by Wall Streeters and corporate giants. Now, of course, this is not financial or investment advice. If you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. Also smash the like button. Now, we got the big money getting involved, right? We see, as mentioned, corporate Wall Street giants launching their own exchanges and custody services. And this is a sign of things to come. And this is why we have to be patient. But it's a very, very big change from what we saw years ago, where we didn't hear about anything. All you had was regular crypto exchanges launching services. But now you have these big giants launching their service. So first is, of course, Bakkt, which was announced on August 3rd, 2018, last year. It's founded by the Intercontinental Exchange, ICE, which is the owner of the New York Stock Exchange. When this news first broke, I didn't even know the New York Stock Exchange had a parent company. So they are huge. They own other assets and markets as well. They Bakkt is a partner with Starbucks and Microsoft. So with Microsoft, they're going to use Microsoft's Azure technology within their ecosystem. And with Starbucks, you'll be able to take the Bakkt app, walk into a Starbucks, and spend your crypto to buy coffee or whatever it may be. Bakkt recently raised $182.5 million, a ton of money. And they also acquired certain assets of the Rosenthal Group, a Chicago-based independent futures brokerage. So they're really looking to take over this market, bringing services to institutions and retail investors. So to really quickly outline the services, they're looking to launch a physically backed Bitcoin future. So physically backed meaning that they actually have the Bitcoin. This is not just a paper game like other futures markets. They have the actual Bitcoin, which is great news, meaning they have to buy a significant amount of it, and then they're going to sell it, of course. Of course, institutional trading, custody services, and retail payments, as mentioned with Starbucks. Now, their launch has been pushed back multiple times. It's not their fault. They're waiting on the CFTC approval. But as we've seen in the United States, CFTC, SEC, all these folks have been delaying. It's just been taking forever. So we heard recently that the CEO mentioned they would go live later in 2019. So that's Bakkt in a nutshell. And it's essentially the biggest player here, but just because of who is powering it, the Intercontinental Exchange. Now, we also have ErisX, which is going to compete with Bakkt. And we first heard about this on October 3rd, 2018. It is backed by TD Ameritrade, but its other investors include Fidelity Investments and Nasdaq Futures. So Fidelity is kind of double dipping here. But if you go to, here's ErisX website, by the way. But if you go to TD Ameritrade's website, under their different investment products, stocks, ETFs, and so forth, crypto trading is listed here. And they have a full page on this. It's mentioning announcing an investment in ErisX, a regulated exchange for cryptocurrency trading. So TD Ameritrade is behind this big time. Obviously, as you can see here, they've outlined the role they're going to play with ErisX and all the good stuff here. So this is pretty amazing to see. TD Ameritrade, right? Traditional company. They are diving into crypto. And ErisX, guys, the service they're looking to provide is spot trading in Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, as well as futures contracts. The service is for both retail and institutional investors. They're looking to launch in Q2 of 2019, next quarter, but some of their products, like the futures, will need CFTC approval, so they could get delayed too. Goes back to, it's not their fault, it's the CFTC and the SEC and the government. And we're hoping the Token Taxonomy Act gets passed to make all of these things speed up and the approvals and the launches. Now, we have Fidelity Digital Assets. So here's what their website looks like. They launch a completely new website around their crypto service. And this was first announced in October 15, 2018. Fidelity is one of the 5 largest financial service providers in the world, maintaining some $7.2 trillion in client assets. The services they're going to provide is institutional crypto trading and custody services. They're looking to launch crypto trading services in early 2019. It was speculated it could be Q1 or Q2, but I don't know if they're going to be affected by the lack of regulatory clarity. So we'll have to wait and see, but obviously a huge player with a lot of clientele managing a lot of assets. Imagine some of that money, $7.2 trillion coming over to crypto. It will be huge. Now, one that's exchange that's been flying almost under the radar, but it has huge backings, is Voyager. We first heard about Voyager last year, July 25th. Now listen to this. It's founded by the co-founder of Uber, Oscar Salazar, as well as one of the Uber's early investors, Philip Ethan. Voyager's CEO is Stephen Elric, the former CEO and founder of retail brokerage Lightspeed Financial, who also previously ran the professional trading arm for online stockbroker E-Trade before it was bought by Lightspeed. So you got some big players here and launching their own crypto service. So you're seeing people from other markets and other verticals and industries coming in and putting money and building these exchanges. And these things have been happening and launching, and the news has been put forth of them launching during a bear market where blood on the streets, prices are low, and it's kind of a crypto winter right now. So this is a sign of things to come. They're looking to position this new asset class the same way the stock market is, to have mass marketing around it, institutional retail money coming in, and fully regulated. So the services they are providing is a no-fee trading crypto exchange app, institutional trading and custody services, and they just released their iOS app. It's going to be a gradual rollout for them because it's going to be state by state, very similar to Robinhood. The Robinhood app, guys, where it differs by state, so they're getting their approvals. But like I said, a lot of people don't really, this has kind of been under the radar a bit. It's not getting as much buzz as maybe Bakkt or ErisX, but they have a institutional service, so this is big. And here, as you can see, Voyager institutional execution platform, liquidity network, custodial suite. So big money. The on-ramps are being built out by these companies for the big money, for the institutional investors. And custodian service is very important. And that's one of the things the SEC cited regarding the Bitcoin ETF approval, that one of the things they're concerned about is making sure there's good custody services, that these assets are protected. The other part was manipulation. So a lot of these exchanges are building indexes and pulling information from trusted exchanges to make sure they price things accordingly. So that in a nutshell, guys, are really some big players in the market now. There could be more on the way. You could see we just saw JP Morgan launch their own coin. We could hear Goldman Sachs, Morgan Stanley, these guys launched their own service as well, right? But I think we'll wait and see. I don't think they want to probably put it out there yet, as these other companies have. But I'm telling you, when they do, oh my gosh, it's gonna be game over. When I mean that in a good way, meaning that the low prices, we're not going to see them ever again. Now, I did want to give one respective mention to CoinFlex, but they are not US based. They're going to be Hong Kong based, and they're looking to do what Bakkt is doing, offer a physically backed Bitcoin futures. And this was, it looks like Roger Ver is part of this. So Mark Lam, a co-founder of CoinFloor, will be the chief executive officer of the new business based in Hong Kong. CoinFlex will offer futures contracts for Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Ethereum that can be leveraged up to 20 times. So let's see, maybe they may expand to the US market, but they're Hong Kong based. So I did want to give them at least a shout out here because they're looking to do the same thing Bakkt is doing. But these are essentially, guys, the ones that are the major players here in the US market. And like I said, more can be on their way. But once again, it goes back to watch what the big money's doing and watch what the governments are doing. And we are seeing a move towards crypto, building and setting up the on-ramps and infrastructure. And we have to be patient, guys, but the writing's on the wall here. We have the facts. We see the money being moved. We have the investments. We see the announcements. It's all coming together, slower than we like, of course. I would love for it to move faster. But this future is certainly bright. And as I've stated many times on this channel, the next bull run is not going to be led up by the retail investors as the last bull run in 2017. It's going to be led by the institutions, and mass marketing will follow. And I think, you know, all these custody services and all these things will be built up to give the institutions confidence to put their money in here. So guys, what do you think? Hope this was helpful. I'll put all this information in the description of the video. Check it out. If you like this video, thumbs up. Please also share it if you found it helpful. Someone who wanted to learn about who's the major players getting involved. We're about facts here, and I shared with you the facts, and all this information can be found online, of course. But also stay tuned, guys. I will be interviewing some folks from Voyager, so that video will be coming in the next week or so. But it's going to be some insightful information. I'm going to be asking them about the institutional aspect of their business and the app, of course. So it's all coming together, and I hope you're patient and understand timelines of markets and market cycles of bear and bull. But thank you guys for your support. Like I said, hit that subscribe button if you're not subscribed. Please like, please share. If you want to support the channel, check out my Patreon group in the link in the description. Thank you guys for your support, and I'll talk to you all later.